Alert.
CWF
is live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm stuck here in the middle of nowhere, the darkness slithering to grapple to me. I look within to find the things that I don't always
Please welcome out first, Mecha Mercenary! And ladies and gentlemen, welcome his opponent tonight, Donnie Dollars!
Gentlemen, we are live here at the Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club for Battle of the Butts. I am your host, Nick D, and I'm joined by, ladies and gentlemen, arguably the most beautifulest woman in the face of the Carolinas, Chasity Taylor. Chasity, we have a great night in store of wrestling here at the Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club.
I am so excited and so privileged to be a part of the commentary booth tonight, and I'm blessed to be beside you. Thank you, Nick D.
Well, I appreciate it. We've got a great matchup to kick things off. We've got Donnie Dollars against the Mecha Mercenary. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you know these guys quite well. You've actually, known these guys for quite a minute, so.
I have. Most matches that I've watched of Mecha, of course there have been several that could argue this, but it's been a matter of size. It's always Mecha versus someone arguably smaller than him and noticeably smaller than him. But, Donnie's pretty much heads up with Mecha, so this is going to be an interesting bout.
Yeah, test of strength right now. Donnie Dollars is a person that hasn't backed down from a challenge, and Saturday at CWF 350, he goes one-on-one with arguably the most controversial man in CWF Mid-Atlantic history right now, Nick Richards, and a no-holds-barred matchup.
And what a match that is going to be, because it was just a few months ago that Donnie and Nick were on the same team, Fatback. So with the demise of Fatback, we have noticed a different Donnie, and I wonder what Donnie will see tomorrow against Nick Richards.
I gotta tell you, the look on Donnie's face is more serious, as you can tell with this matchup against the Mecha. It takes it kind of personally, the demise of Fatback. It was him, Nick Richards, Brad Stutts, Corey Etzel. They've all gone to do different things in Matty de Nero, but now it's kind of the Donnie Dollars is on his own right now, and he's kind of getting taken to him right now by the Mecha Mercenary.
But of course, as we've always seen, Donnie fights back. No matter what kind of state of mind he's in with the falling apart of Fatback, he's still that tough man Donnie, and he's not going to go down without a fight against Mecha.
Definitely, and we also have to mention that the Mecha Mercenary has a big matchup as well. He's a part of the six-pack challenge, along with Mark James, Manny de Nero, Aaron Biggs, Cecil Scott for a shot at the television title in the upcoming date here in the CWF Mid-Atlantic.
Very true, and that is tomorrow night at CWF Sportatorium. Big leg drop by Donnie Dollars.
And Donnie is firing back on the Mecha Mercenary. He's able to get the big man down, We also have to mention young Tyler Dalton's in the ring as our special guest referee for tonight. One of the workers here at the Boys and Girls Club here of Alamance County. Beat it to the corner. Corner number 3, and might as well do it. Corner number 4, 3. He's taking it to the Mecha Mercenary right now.
The crowd is obviously behind Donnie Dollars. The boys and girls here at the Boys and Girls Club are very into this match, which is always a good thing to see.
I would agree, Chasity. You can tell by the look on Donnie's face that the kids here are enjoying a great night of action here at the Boys and Girls Club of Alamance County. You can make sure you log on to CWF247.com for any more information. And it seems like he's actually got, the Mecha has got Donnie grounded right now. He's in the corner. As you can see, Tyler Dawson giving Mecha a 5 count. He has until 5 to get out the corner. And for those that don't know, Tyler Dalton is a staff member here at the Boys and Girls Club of Alamance County. So if you're wondering why you don't really haven't seen him or haven't seen our normal referees, that's because, you know, in honor of the Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club, we have him refereeing tonight. And also to go back on Tyler Dalton, we actually went through a training with CWF. So it's not like he's just in here jumping in the ring. He's actually gone through extensive training here with the CWF. I actually got to do a couple of matches at Redemption, so he definitely has a lot of experience here with the CWF Mid-Atlantic Wrestlers. Crowd starting to get behind Donnie Dollars right now.
Which is obviously making Mecha extremely unhappy. And that's one man I don't want to make unhappy, Nick D.
You don't want to make Mecha Mercenary an unhappy guy. And conspicuous by his absence, we also have to mention it. Wow, and Donnie Dollars takes a bump to the floor. I mean, the crowd has just erupted, but ladies and gentlemen, as you can see here in the commentary, there's no padding out here. So he took a nasty fall out here on the outside. But the crowd seems to be enjoying as they're cheering and rooting going for Donnie Dollars.
Mecha for the pin, and Donnie kicks out at 2. I don't know how he could kick out after that big bump to the outside of the ring.
Yeah, he took a very nasty fall. And actually, you're right, Chasity. I don't understand how he's being able to stand it, but you got to give credit to Donnie Dollars. That resiliency, being able to stand the test after a nasty fall like that.
I just hope that a match like this against someone as strong and as big as Mecha won't affect Donnie tomorrow night in Burlington against Nick Richards. That's something we should, think about. Like, if Donnie's not 100% tomorrow, Nick's had a few months off or a few, events off. He'll be coming full force for Donnie tomorrow.
Oh yeah, definitely. You got it. When you take a nasty fall like that, you have to think about your psyche. And a thing like that, I mean, Nick Richards could be anywhere. He could be watching this match as well. So a chance to be able to get an advantage on a guy like Donnie Dollars is something that he's looking for as well. Donnie gave 2 clotheslines to the big man. What a huge slam by Mecha Mercenary.
And the crowd goes wild. Will this be it?
Oh, a kick out by Donnie. The crowd is ecstatic right now here in the Boys and Girls Club of Alamance County. Mecha cannot get Donnie down. He has tried everything, a clothesline to the outside, the scoop slam. I don't know what it's going to take to keep Donnie down. Uh-oh, Mecha signaling for the elbow.
This could be it, Nick.
If he hits that elbow, it's over, but he misses. Will that be the chance for Donnie Dollars to capitalize? Clothesline. Clothesline again.
Donnie's going to do everything he can to get Mecha down.
Boot to the face.
This could be it.
1, 2, 3. Your winner, Doc? Oh, it's
No.
only a 2. I'm sorry.
It definitely looked like 3 from my point of view as well. I honestly can't believe that was a 2 count.
2.5 by Donnie Dollars. Normally, Donnie puts people out with the boot to the face.
Like I said earlier, though, Mecha is a big guy. Like, it's not very common that you see 2 men this size in the ring together, especially in our CWF locker room. So these are 2 of the biggest and the best in our locker room.
Absolutely.
So we knew this wouldn't be an easy bout. Oh gosh, he's picking.
He slammed Donnie. He slammed Mecha Mercenary. 2, 3, 3 is over. Your winner, Donnie Dollars.
You can't come out here and hurt me in front of little Johnny and Bobby Joe out here. But what you can do is listen to what I have to say, because for every person who thought I was worthless, for every person that thinks I'm a loser and will fail tomorrow night, I don't care. But I know you care about him, and you think he's a hero. And tomorrow night, that's not happening. Because tomorrow night, I'll make Donnie Dollars a liar. Because when you tell them you will beat me, you are lying to them. When you tell people you're going to beat me until I'm in a wheelchair, you are lying to them. And when you wake up tomorrow, Donnie, and you look in that mirror, and you think you have any chance, you're ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the first bout by pinfall, 7 minutes 41 seconds, Donnie Dollars.
Randolph said earlier, in singles action. Representing CWF, we have, one of CWF's originals, Aric Andrews representing the Killbillies. And Nick D, tell me a little bit about Charlie Weston.
Charlie Weston is actually one of the graduates from Boogie's Wrestling School in Virginia. He made his debut back in April here with in the match against Donnie Dollars, and it really didn't go well for Charlie Weston. But again, we'll actually see him as part. These actually two will be competitors of the Killbilly Classic here at CWF 350, along with Evan Banks, Lee Valiant, Kamakazi Kid. It's a whole, and a lot of people are going to be involved in that. So we're actually getting a prelude to CWF 350 in the Killbilly Classic. Irish whip by Charlie Weston. Shoulder tackle by Aric Andrews.
It's always interesting to see Aric Andrews Andrews' more aggressive side, because being a part of the Killbillies, they're very funny, very comedic in the ring. So seeing him being aggressive, which is Aric Andrews that started in CWF, it's good to see his aggressive side come out.
Oh yeah, definitely. You gotta. That's the thing about a good tag team. When you've got two singles competitors, as long as Honky Tonk, Evan Banks, and also with Bobby O'Neill, when you're able to put that two-team together as good as you are singles, that's how you can kind of evolve into a great tag team. And we can't forget that actually the Killbillies have only suffered one loss as a tag team, and that was to the Goon Squad back in Battle Cave for the CWF Mid-Atlantic titles. This kid, Charlie Weston, is showing an aggressive side here in the matchup tonight. We also have to mention Tyler Dalton, one of the staff members here at Boys and Girls Club of Alamance County, who's actually doing a job as a special guest referee. He's actually trained at the CWF, you know, getting a test of feel to some of the matchups up in previous events, and now he's getting a shot here at the Boys and Girls Club of Alamance County.
I spoke on aggression earlier on behalf of Aric Andrews, but watching Charlie Weston in the ring, he brings fire for a guy his size. Not that he's little, but compared to Aric Andrews, there's definitely a height advantage and everything on Aric's behalf, but Charlie is very aggressive.
Definitely. Well, that's the one thing you gotta understand, Chasity. I mean, both of these guys came from the same training school, Boogie's Wrestling School in Virginia. So Charlie has kind of known that aggression that you're talking about because they both have learned to be aggressive wrestlers. So we can actually see that with Charlie Weston here tonight. Kick to the corner, kick to the gut by Charlie Weston. Punches as well. Gives him a boot to the throat into the corner. Hopefully Tyler can break that up. Oh, here we go. Charlie Weston jarring at the crowd. Now that can come back to haunt him with a guy like Aric Andrews, Chasity.
Very true. Charlie may have taunted the crowd, but the fans are obviously behind Aric Andrews. Everyone's a fan of the Killbillies.
Well, everybody's a fan of the Killbillies. I mean, we all know about Southpaw Aric Andrews, Honky Tonk Evan Banks, and their manager, Barefoot Bobby O'Neill. What a drop kick by Charlie Weston.
Very impressive drop kick.
And there he goes, still jarring at the crowd. That may come back to haunt him in this matchup tonight, Chasity.
I sure hope so. Aggression I like, but arrogance is not my style.
He's drawing at the crowd. Hopefully he can stay focused on this matchup tonight. The crowd is starting to actually get behind Aric Andrews right now, Chasity. Oh, and another move by Charlie Weston, grounding the southpaw in this matchup tonight. And we also have to make conspicuous by his absence. We don't see Barefoot Bobby O'Neill or Honky Tonk Evan Banks here at ringside. And to your point, Chasity, I think that's the reason why we see a more aggressive side in Aric Andrews. Like you said before, he doesn't have his partner in crime or Bobby O'Neill in his corner to actually, cause a comedic side. And because of that, you have someone, that way you're able to be focused.
Very true.
Only a 2 count by Charlie Weston. I had a chance to talk to this guy, Charlie Weston, in the back, and he wasn't really friendly. I asked him a couple of questions when he thought about his matchup tonight. He didn't say too much. So I'm kind of leery about this guy here tonight.
Like I said, arrogance will only get you so far in the ring, and he spent more time running his mouth to the fans than he has trying to take Aric Andrews down, and it's going to take a lot to get Aric Andrews down.
Looks like a T-bone suplex by Aric Andrews, and the crowd is definitely behind him right now. Elbow to the running elbow by Aric Andrews. Irish whip to the ropes. Hot.
What a back body drop.
Back body drop by Aric Andrews. And now he's starting to get the crowd involved. Is he ready going for the running power slam? Running power slam a la the British Bulldog. Goes for the cover. Oh, a 2 count, but Charlie Weston's foot was on the ropes.
The boys and girls here at the Salvation Army are not pleased with that. I think everyone here thought that would be the end.
Absolutely. A guy like Aric Andrews, when he slaps that move on, you thought it was over. He's going for the run. Looks like he was going for the Russian leg sweep, but Charlie Weapon was able to block it. We also have to remember that in CWF 350, these two guys will be competitors in the Kill Billy Classic Invitational alongside Lee Valiant, the Kamakazi Kid, the Kill Billy will be in there as well. 1, 2, 3, and your winner is Aric Andrews.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 6 minutes, 22 seconds, your winner by pinfall, the Southpaw, Aric Andrews. With a 20-minute time limit, your referee, Mr. Red Jones. Please welcome out first, representing the new Aftermath, Chet Sterling.
here at the Boys and Girls Club of Alamance County for a great matchup between Chet Sterling and Lee Valiant. I am Nick D alongside Chasity Taylor. And Chasity, we have a good matchup here tonight.
We do. I would like to comment on something. You can tell these fans are new to the CWF crowd. Did you see the crowd cheer for Chet Sterling when he walked out? Okay, I give Chet his props. He's shaping up a little bit over the past few months. You know, he's getting fit, he's getting tan. But had they seen his actions, being the pet of the Aftermath, they would not be cheering for him. I'm glad to see that they're smartening up and booing for him now.
Well, you got to give it to Chet Sterling. He's no longer the Aftermath apprentice, and he's arguably going up against the biggest match of his career against a former Mid-Atlantic champion in Lee Valiant.
Lee is definitely one of my favorite wrestlers to watch in the ring. I keep commenting on aggression, but when Lee enters through that curtain, you just see it in his eyes. He's out here for one purpose and for one purpose only, and that's to win.
Headlock by Lee Valiant.
Chet finding every way possible to get the easy way out. Did you see him escape to the side of the ropes and now out of the ring?
It seems like Chet is actually taking the higher road out in this matchup tonight, but I'm pretty sure Lee Valiant will probably have enough of it at some point.
I'm impressed with your ability to be biased and not say anything crude about Chet, because I absolutely just think he's the biggest jerk, you know? Being trained and growing up in wrestling around the Aftermath, being their pet, their apprentice, I mean, you can just see the attitude and that arrogance that Trevor Lee and Ben Tyler and X-Cyrus and Rick put on him, you know? It's saddening.
Well, you know, now that it's the new Aftermath, Chet has to hold his own. He doesn't have, you know, he's no longer the Aftermath apprentice to William Cross. He actually has to hold his own with Ben Tyler and Trevor Lee. So hopefully this will be a prelude to things to come with the new Aftermath.
Lee getting tired of Chet's, you know, shenanigans in the ring. He's bringing the fire in there.
Chet sends him to the ropes. Another tackle by Lee. Up and over. Hit off by Lee. Valiant. Headlock takedown by Lee. And Chasity, I think you were right. I think Lee has actually got to the point where he was tired of the shenanigans by Chet Sterling and he was able to ground him with that headlock takedown.
Lee is an outstanding worker. I mean, I've been watching him for the years that I've been in CWF, and he's just one of those guys that you can't help but like, which is something I absolutely cannot say about Chet Sterling. Just everything about him makes me cringe.
Lee Valiant is a former CWF Mid-Atlantic champion, and I think you have to say at some point Chet Sterling has visions of wearing CWF gold here at some point in his career. Forearm shiver. Drop kick.
Big drop kick.
Valiant. And I think you're right, Chasity. I think Lee Valiant has about had enough of Chet Sterling, and he's ready to take it to him.
Look at the strength in Lee Valiant in the ring right now.
This crowd is definitely behind Lee Valiant right now.
Chet's begging Lee for no more, begging him.
But you've got to give it to him with that move right there. He was able to keep Lee grounded, and hopefully he can be able to turn it around in his matchup tonight. Big move by Chet Sterling.
And just a 2.
Just a 2 count. Chet is drawing with Red Jones, one of our senior officials here in the CWF Mid-Atlantic. Oh, come on, Chet, get him out of the... Chet's got Lee Valiant on the ropes.
That's just yet another thing that you can tell, he like raised in wrestling by the Aftermath. Doing everything he can to cheat or to just push referee Red Jones to the limit. He doesn't let go at 1 or 2. He waits till right at that 4.5 mark to let go of Lee on those ropes.
And to your point, Chasity, that's, like you said, that's one of the things, that's a staple of the Aftermath. You know, do whatever it takes to win the match, and it doesn't matter who you affect or who you hurt. As we've seen with the new Aftermath, how they've been able to kick out Ric Converse and X-Cyrus, kick out William Cross, and Trevor Lee deeming himself the new leader of the new Aftermath. Suplex by Chet Sterling.
Is that enough to keep Lee down?
I wouldn't say a suplex is enough to keep Lee Valiant.
Chet has to bring his A game. He's so used to, like you said earlier, having someone from the Aftermath on his side or in his corner helping him. And tonight it's one-on-one against a veteran of CWF. Like you said, a former Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion. Chet, he's going to have to step it up in there. Not that I want him to. I'd be happy to see referee Red Jones hold up Lee Valiant's hand at the end of this.
Irish whip it to the corner. Backslide into a penny predicament.
Oh.
Kick to the face by Chet Sterling. And I think Chet is starting to get a little ticked off with Lee Valiant, how he's being able to come back on him tonight, Chasity.
Well, had he started this match when it was supposed to start and not run like a little girl, this match could have been over with and Lee could have been victorious and we would be on to the next bout here at the Salvation Army in Alamance County.
The crowd is actually silent right now. You actually see Chet actually drawing at the crowd. It's like doing a springboard into the middle, the bottom rope.
Chet arguing referee Red Jones yet again, ignoring the official.
Chasity, that's one thing that Chet has to learn when you're in a match with Lee Valiant. Making those rookie mistakes still, and you've got a veteran like that who will be able to capitalize on it like Lee Valiant just did.
Very true. If he wants to lose that rookie title, he's got to step it up against people like Lee Valiant.
Only a 2 count for Chet Sterling. Jarring at Red Jones, asking him to speed up the count.
Listen to the crowd getting behind Lee Valiant. Lee's taken a heck of a beating over the past few minutes of this match. Chet's definitely been on top, but again, I just would love to see Lee's hand being raised victorious at the end of this. I just don't like Chet.
Well, absolutely. You gotta go, but like I said, that's the determination of Lee Valiant. He's went through a grueling match with Jesse Ortega back at CWF Redemption. He's going in now. He's got to go up against the Killbillies in the Killbilly Classic. How much can Lee Valiant take tonight, Chasity?
Lee's tough. He's a veteran. He too was trained up in Virginia at Boogie's camp, like Aric Andrews from our previous bout. Lee's a smart guy in the ring. Airborne.
Is that it?
Oh, I hope so.
Oh, only a 2 count for Lee Valiant. The crowd rolls to their feet with that high crossbody.
How Chet kicked out of that, I'll never know.
Well, that's one thing you got to give about Chet Sterling. When you hang around a guy like Trevor Lee and Ben Tyler, it kind of teaches you that you have to do what you. It kind of teaches that resiliency that you can't give up.
I'm rolling my eyes at you right now, Nick D. Anything good you have to say about Chet, I'm just rolling my eyes at.
Well, that's just part of me being biased. You have to give it to a guy like Chet Sterling and as a competitor. He's doing what he has to do to keep Lee Valiant grounded, and hopefully in return, Lee Valiant can turn that momentum and win it back in his favor.
Chet's working the left leg of Lee Valiant right now, and the crowd is silent. They don't know what they've seen this tonight.
Crowd's starting to get behind him now, and that's one thing you have to do. A guy that's willing to take risks like a high crossbody and Lee Valiant, you have to keep him grounded, and working on the leg is a good idea. I have to give it to him. I have to give it to Chet Sterling. That's a good idea right there.
Both men look extremely tired in the ring. The end has to be soon. Lee just needs to put him out. 1, 2, 3.
Well, this match is scheduled for 20 minutes, and they've gone at least 10 minutes so far, as Randolph has stated. At some point, it's got to take a toll on you. Even though Lee Valiant has been in the ring in a 62-minute Ironman match against Ric Converse, we have to state that as well.
Some of my favorite matches at the Sportatorium have involved Lee Valiant.
Only a 2 count for Chet Sterling. And you can tell the fatigue is starting to set in on both wrestlers right now. Who's tougher and who wants this match more? Oh, splash in the corner by Chet Sterling.
And the arrogance just glistens with the sweat on Chet Sterling.
Chet is starting to jar at the crowd, and that, in some respects, could come back to haunt him. Not being focused on the matchup tonight. Went for a splash and missed it.
Big clothesline by Lee Valiant.
Elbow by Lee Valiant. Irish whipping to the ropes. Big power slam. Only a 2 count for Lee Valiant. He's signaling that's it.
I sure hope so.
Going up to the top rope. High risk move right here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he missed it. Looks like he's going for the Boston Crab. Boston Crab by Lee Valiant.
What a slap in the face it would be to Chet Sterling if he taps out here in front of the boys and girls.
And he's in the middle of the ring. He's in the middle of the ring. There's no rope near. Can he make Chet Sterling the aftermath of Prince's tap out?
Oh my
but
gosh.
He gets to the ropes.
Always finding a way out.
I thought, you know what, Chasity? I thought he had him with that Boston Crab. I thought it was over. But you have to give it to Chet Sterling, being resilient and knowing where he's at in the ring.
Arguing with the ref again, disrespecting authority. That's the aftermath for you.
by Lee Valiant. Will he suplex him on the outside? Oh, a neck breaker on the ropes. And it looked like it took a toll on Lee Valiant. Lee also has, we have to remember, he suffered an injured shoulder at the last match with Jesse Ortega back in early May. Oh, into a spear.
Only a 2. I'm just as frustrated as Lee Valiant right now. I'm just as frustrated.
He signaled in a finisher again.
15 minutes has expired. 5 minutes remain.
15 minutes these two have been going back to back to back to back. This will be the one compliment I'll give Chet, and I give him props for being able to go toe-to-toe with a man like Lee Valiant for so long.
Both men, you can tell in this match, both men are suffering from fatigue.
Big boot by Chet from the corner.
Block, almost going for a belly to back. Elbow to the face. Is Lee going for the sliced bread? It looks like, wait a second. He's got the tight.
He's got the tight. Oh my God.
Chet Sterling with the win. Ladies and gentlemen, probably one of the biggest upsets in CWF history. Chet Sterling with the win.
He cheated.
Might be one of the biggest matches of his career. He came out the big
in 15 minutes, 44 seconds, Chet Sterling! Making his first appearance with CWF Mid-Atlantic, please welcome Manny Garcia! And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent tonight. He is a 6-time former Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion, former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, and the Ric
the Boys and Girls Club of Alamance County and Chasity. We have an interesting matchup tonight. The first Ric Converse against a newcomer here to the CWF Mid-Atlantic and Manny Garcia.
I don't know how I feel about Manny. He came out here kind of like he owned the place, and if anybody owns the place, it's definitely going to be the first Ric Converse. He's a 6-time world champion. 6 times.
I got to give it to you, Ric Converse is turning over a new leaf here in the CWF Mid-Atlantic. No longer affiliated with the Aftermath. He's more of a fan favorite here, shaking hands with the crowd, kissing babies. He should be in a good matchup tonight against the newcomer, Manny Garcia.
And it's really interesting to watch Ric Converse be a fan favorite, because in all the years that I've been with CWF, which granted hasn't been too many, he's always been such a jerk. So to see the softer side in Ric Converse is very appealing. I like that in him.
Well, I really don't know too much about this Manny Garcia guy. All I know is that he's from the Dominican Republic, and he felt as though he's here in the CWF because we disrespected the Dominican Republic. That's all I know so far.
When did we do that?
Well, from my understanding, we don't have a Dominican flag up in the sportatorium, and we don't mention too much about Dominican athletes here in the CWF. We have Puerto Rican and Mexican athletes, but we don't have any Dominican athletes. So he's here to show why the Dominican Republic should be represented in the CWF.
Well, we have the first Ric Converse and the first Dominican in CWF. There's no need to take offense to it. People like that.
Colin Neville tie up into the corner by Manny Garcia. Oh, and a chop. He gave him a chop and jaws at the crowd. You know, Chasity, you also have to say too that Ric Converse is almost like the measuring stick in CWF. He's a former Mid-Atlantic champion, former AWA champion. We can read a rap sheet of him, period. So for a newcomer like Manny Garcia to go up against Ric Converse definitely is a measuring stick here in the CWF Mid-Atlantic.
It's definitely a big deal for your debut in CWF to be in front of our fans here at the Salvation Army of Alamance County and against, Ric Converse. Like you said, someone so developed here at CWF. And Manny is holding his weight in the ring.
Sends him into the ropes and through a shoulder tackle by Manny Garcia. I think he's catching Ric Converse off guard right now.
He's catching me off guard. Come on, Converse, Manny Garcia says.
It's almost like he's jarring at Ric Converse to let him know. It's almost like he's heard about Ric Converse. I mean, who hasn't?
Yeah, who hasn't heard about Ric Converse?
And Ric Converse has a big matchup at CWF 350. We've got to mention he's involved in that six-man main event with Ric Converse, the heavyweight champion Arik Royal, and Andrew Everett Cross going a 3-on-3 against the Aftermath.
And several of the men involved in that match were some of the stars sent out to Philadelphia for National Pro Wrestling Day. And Ric Converse is no one to play with. Like you said, who hasn't heard of his name? Manny Garcia, he's stepping it up in there. I'm really impressed. I don't want to like him. I'm not saying I do, but I'm impressed with him in there.
You mentioned National Pro Wrestling Day. I remember the match quite clearly. It was Chiba Kid and Arik Royal against Ric Converse and Trevor Lee, and that's kind of started the feud between Trevor Lee and Andrew Everett Cross now because he's now unmasked.
And the feud between Ric Converse and the Aftermath. I mean, think about how much has changed since then. Chiba's lost his mask. Ric Converse lost his affiliation in the Aftermath. So many things have changed since February at National Pro Wrestling Day.
It's kind of weird. You get booted out. You go to National Pro Wrestling Day as a team, and once you get the May, you're now booted at the Aftermath. You have a new leader, which is your former tag team partner in the match. It's kind of ironic. And this Manny Garcia is taking it to the first Ric Converse right now, keeping him grounded. Will that be enough to upset? In my opinion, if Manny were to win, it would be a huge upset. Making your debut and defeating the first Ric Converse.
Coming in here with such an aura of aggression and of arrogance that Manny did when he entered the curtain, swinging his flag and dancing a little. I mean, he acts as if, like you said, he's done his research on Ric Converse, and he's actually showing Ric Converse up right now, which I'm impressed.
Well, that's one thing that you have, I mean, like you said, Chasity, Ric Converse is known everywhere. So if you don't do your research when you're going one-on-one with Ric Converse, you're going to be in for a long night. And now you can tell Manny has done his research here tonight. He's carefully thought out Ric Converse, keeping him grounded, keeping him off his feet. And if he keeps that, we might have an upset here in the making.
Speaking of upsets, just moments ago, we watched Chet Sterling defeat Lee Valiant. Though he cheated, it was a very big deal for Chet Sterling, one of the biggest matches in his career. Could Manny Garcia's debut be one of the biggest matches? Obviously the biggest match we've seen of him thus far, but with his debut and everything. But this would be a very big deal for Manny Garcia.
Well, all indications right now, it looks like we're going to that point. And only a 2 count for the newcomer, Manny Garcia. Jarring at Red Jones, our senior official here in the CWF Mid-Atlantic.
Big knee to the bag by Garcia. He's showing no mercy in his debut.
He's keeping, Chasity, like you said, he's keeping Ric Converse grounded. And that's the key that we're going to have to do with a guy like Ric Converse, who's known everywhere. He's a veteran. There's no mistaking about it. If Manny can keep him grounded, he might have a good chance in this matchup tonight.
Ric Converse is fighting back.
Sends him back into the corner by Manny Garcia. He's jarring at the crowd.
And Ric Converse moves and a chop onto Manny Garcia.
Ric Converse with several chops.
It seems that look at him point, and like you said, he's done his research. For every one thing Ric Converse does, Manny Garcia has a reversal or a way out of it. I'm impressed with Manny Garcia. I don't like him, but I'm impressed.
Definitely, Chasity. That's one way to make a debut here. Make your debut in the CWF Mid-Atlantic. Like I said, when you're going up against a guy like Ric Converse, you got to do your homework, and that's what he's doing right now. Big scoop slam. Is that enough to upset Ric Converse?
Only a 2.
Only a 2 count.
Manny Garcia arguing with official Red Jones, saying that was a 3.
And now he's jarring at the crowd. That might be a mistake when you're doing that against a guy like Ric Converse. Giving him time to get himself together. He's got him, I guess, got him at the torso, keeping Ric Converse grounded. Can Ric Converse come back in this matchup, Chasity?
I have faith in Ric Converse. He's had, like we mentioned earlier, he's had quite a few months, from doing National Pro Wrestling Day and with the Aftermath falling apart. I mean, he's had some very impressive matches here lately, and this is just yet another one to add to the books. Manny Garcia should be thankful and grateful to be in the ring, but something tells me he's not grateful to be in the ring with Ric Converse.
Scoop slam by Manny Garcia, working on that torso of Ric Converse. Keeping Ric Converse grounded.
The fans getting behind Ric Converse.
Is that enough to get Ric Converse back in this matchup tonight?
Throwing those elbows, trying to break the hold. Ric's tired.
You can tell that both men are taking a toll. Fatigue has kicked in on Ric Converse. Manny Garcia has done a good job at keeping him down.
Oh.
Up to the back. Small package. Only a 2 count for Ric Converse.
How impressive would it be for Manny Garcia's debut in CWF against someone so well-known and well-rounded like Ric Converse win? Like, how big of a deal would that be for Manny Garcia?
Chasity, that would be probably one of the hugest matches in his career. When you're debuting against a guy like Ric Converse and being able to take him out, that's huge. What a slam by Manny Garcia on a Ric Converse. It's almost like he's been scouting Ric Converse. Ric Converse was setting up for the sky high, and he was able to, or the Richter scale, he set up and he blocked it. Uh-oh. Is he going for it? Looks like he's setting up for a razor's edge. And Ric Converse wins with a small package.
And ladies and gentlemen, your winner by pinfall in 10 minutes, 49 seconds, the first Ric Converse.
Is everybody having a great time tonight so far? Well, listen, we thank all of you for coming out. We're a little bit more than halfway done, but there are so many amazing people that made tonight possible, and it's my honor at this time to talk about a few of them. We absolutely want to thank Lieutenant Cedric Taylor and everyone at the Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club, Robby, Cecil, Taylor, Jeffrey, the entire staff. We want to thank Tyler. We want to thank Slamfest Bob for all their promotional efforts. We want to thank Mike and Joel Davis for helping us out promoting the event in town. We want to thank Bullseye Signs. We want to thank Michael D. Abernathy of the Times News. We want to thank Kelly Coble at Office Depot, Tracy Michaels at Rollabout of Burlington, and of course, Bryce Stewart, Nick Ford, and all the Boys and Girls Club for coming out tonight, having a blast and raising some money. And at this time, if you will join me in welcoming our very, very special guest, please give it up for the former World Tag Team Champions, Don Kernodle, and the Hall of Famer, Sergeant Slaughter. Gentlemen, we're so honored to have you here tonight as our very special guest. We want to talk a little bit more about the cause tonight, and Sarge, I know that the Boys and Girls Club has affected your life personally, and that's one of the reasons why you're here tonight.
Yes, it is. I started out going to a boys club in my hometown in Minneapolis, and it kind of built the foundation of what I am today. So anything I can do for the Boys and Girls Club here in Burlington, I'm going to try to do.
Don, you've always been a big star and always represented Burlington well. How does it feel after all these years to come back and be back here in Burlington for a great night like this?
Well, you know, it's no place like home. It's always great to come back to Burlington and see all these wonderful, wonderful people here. This is home, and I'm telling you, it's the greatest wrestling fans and the greatest friends anybody could ever have. And the Boys and Girls Club here is #1. Sorry, you got to wait till the Boys and Girls Club. This is the #1 right here, brother. And as I said, it's always a pleasure to be here. I love all of you guys. And I appreciate you coming out and supporting the Boys and Girls Club tonight and coming out and see us. God bless you all.
Well, one of the reasons why we're so happy to have you two here in particular, Chasity, if you're in the sound of my voice, come on out. One of the reasons why we're happy to have you two gentlemen here in particular is because we have, for our younger fans who may not realize this, but our older fans that are here tonight will, we have just passed the 30th anniversary of the most famous match to ever take place in North Carolina. We've been showing it off and on, clips all night. There would be no Starrcade, there would have been no WrestleMania without Steamboat and Youngblood versus Slaughter and Kernodle come to the Coliseum and see you two men defend your championships against Steamboat and Youngblood. We just passed the 30th anniversary of that, and compliments of our friends at Bullets of Henderson. We've got a little plaque for you with the World Tag Team Championship belt that you held so proudly. 30 years since the greatest, the biggest match in the history of North Carolina wrestling. We're happy to have you as our guest tonight. We appreciate your help so very much. We've also got a plaque for Sergeant Slaughter. Donnie Dollars received his a few years back when we opened up the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium, but now Sergeant's got his also. And in addition to that, we've got the World Tag Team Championship plaques. Folks, so many thousand people in the Coliseum and thousands more backed up on the interstate to see these guys defend the World Tag Team titles. Give it up for them one more time. Thank them for coming out tonight.
Thank you.
Undeniably gotta be one of the greatest tag teams to ever compete in the Carolinas of any generation. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Undeniably.
I know Sergeant Slaughter Granola, the greatest tag team ever. I was at that match. You can believe that? I was at that match. I saw the cage match, but this is 2013, and the greatest tag team now, the Mid-Atlantic Tag Team Champions, Walter Eaton and Roy Wilkins. But I remember that y'all used to have a challenge, a Cobra Clutch challenge. If anybody could break it, you would pay them $5,000. Is that right? Well, we never got a chance. And my guy right here, Walter Eaton, wants that $5,000, so go accept it. He's going to come in, you put him in a Cobra Clutch, he's going to break it, and you're going to pay us $5,000. Break all this.
So if Walter Eaton can break the Cobra Clutch, you want $1,000 from Dr. Cobra? All right. Well, okay. It's up to you guys, but I would say this. It's up to you guys.
Just for talking to the Sarge right here, he's under contract with the WWE and he can't do it. But Don Canola, he's under contract with Don Canola. And I'll tell you what, we'll give him $10,000 if he can. What you gonna give us if you don't get it?
Well, it's not going to happen. We're not even worried about that.
What you gonna give us if you don't get out of it?
I don't have money, so I got no money on that. See the way my bank account.
I got an idea. It's all right, I got an idea. All right, I got an idea, but it's all right. All right. We are back in Gibsonville at our home arena tomorrow night for a big card. All right. For all the people that came out and supported the Boys and Girls Club tonight, all right. If Walter Eaton cannot break the Cobra Clutch, we will offer buy one, get one free tickets for tomorrow night to everybody in the house if Walter Eaton cannot break the Cobra Clutch.
I'll do it better. I'll pay for that extra ticket, so it won't even matter. I'll buy everybody's second ticket to the show tomorrow night if Walter can't break. I'll pay. My pocket.
Is it a deal? If Walter Eaton cannot break the Cobra Clutch, we'll do buy one, get one free tickets for tomorrow night. Is it a deal?
That's a deal. That's a deal. Y'all going to break and Joe, you can go to the wrestling match tomorrow night. Go a big time tomorrow night.
All right, one half of the Mid-Atlantic Tag Team Champions, the former Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion, Walter Eaton, is going to, we need a chair. We need a chair, Chasity, Pops. Oh, we got one right here. You're standing on the chair. I can think of no one better to officiate a corporate punch challenge than the Sarge. So I'm just going to hold the microphone.
Right here. Wherever you need it, man. Wherever you need it.
You know how much I would love to do it.
10,000.
I just wish I could be the one putting it in. I know I trained you. You know what you're doing. Let's go for it.
All right, here we go.
10,000.
He will either break the hold or he'll get choked out.
Team action. One fall of the 30-minute time limit. Please welcome team number 1 representing the Aftermath. Your rising generation league champion, Ben Tyler. And your CWF Mid-Atlantic television champion, Trevor. And your new rock, paper, scissors champion, Trevor Lee.
a split work.
Great. I'll hold the camera.
But I'm still the rock, paper, scissors champion.
If you want a challenge, I'll hold the camera.
I want that too. I promise you. Oh, that's what won't happen. Yeah, I will be the rock, paper, scissors champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at the Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club with arguably the most controversial team in the Mid-Atlantic, the new Aftermath, Trevor Lee and Ben Tyler against arguably Chasity, probably the two most polarized guys in the CWF Mid-Atlantic, Andrew Everett Cross and Chris Show Smooth Lee.
Very true. All of these men are so athletic, and some of the younger guys, age-wise, definitely not when it comes to, you know, how long they've been in wrestling. I mean, look at Trevor Lee. He's been wrestling since he was 16. Andrew Everett, formerly known as Chiva Kid, has been in CWF for many, many years. Both former RGL champions. Ben Tyler, the current RGL champion. Show Smooth's the Rookie of the Year in CWF. I mean, there's a lot of talented men in the ring right now.
We definitely got a good matchup against these two. There's no love lost between the two men that are actually in the ring. Ben Tyler and Chris Lee, who have battled numerous times for Ben Tyler's RGL title, with Chris Lee coming up on the short end. So it's going to be a definitely interesting matchup here tonight. Trevor Lee jarring at the crowd. And you know, Chasity, the crowd seems to really hate Trevor Lee for some reason.
They could join the club. There's a lot of people who really hate Trevor Lee. What does he have around his belt, around his waist right now? That championship, the rock, paper, scissors championship?
Yeah, it looks like it. He's actually been a defending champion, actually defending against several crowd members, and luckily they haven't won, so. Looks like Chris Lee with a bridge move to Ben Tyler. And we also have to mention, Chasity, there's no love lost either between Andrew Everett and Trevor Lee. It's been well documented, the history between the two. As you stated before, from National Pro Wrestling Day to Trevor unmasking the Chiva Kid, now we all know now as Andrew Everett Cross, with Trevor Lee attacking William Cross, who is the father of Andrew Everett Cross. So it's a lot of dynamics in this matchup tonight.
With talent, you know, we could go on for days about how each of these guys are different. They're all talented in their own ways. Formerly known as Chiva Kid, you've got Andrew Everett, the high flyer. Show Smooth Chris Lee has broke out in CWF this past year and just showed complete agility against any athlete he's taken on. And then you've got the fun athletic guys, Ben Tyler and Trevor Lee, who are current champions in CWF. Like, this match could go in numerous ways.
I couldn't have said that any better. Both of these two guys have a mission, and you can actually tell with Andrew Everett. He's traveled all over the United States. He's also the International Ultra Day champion. I mean, what more can you say about a kid like Andrew Everett? The ladies love him, the fellas love him. He's really popular here.
Trevor Lee not happy with the fans cheering for Andrew Everett. Just a little backstory between the history of those two and how convenient that they're in the ring together now. Months ago at National Pro Wrestling Day, formerly known as Chiva Kid, broke Trevor Lee's draw from a double moonsault. And since then, Trevor Lee has been against Chiva Kid taking his mask and now letting us know who Andrew Everett is.
As you can tell with the slap to the face. Duck up and under.
Trevor wrestling with that belt on right now.
He's still.
There's no slowing down Andrew Everett.
And it seems like the crowd is definitely enjoying Trevor getting the boost taken to him by Andrew Everett. fall slide tackle to Ben Tyler.
Did you see that? Chet Sterling, you know, we don't want to call him the apprentice of the aftermath, but I just want to call him the pet of the aftermath. Grabbing Andrews' legs to make him fall in the ring. Just one of those subtle things that he does that just makes him stand out in the aftermath.
Well, that's what you gotta understand, Chassie. When you have all three of the aftermath members at the ringside, you never know what's gonna happen. And Chet Sterling definitely wanted to make his presence known in this matchup tonight. Oh, look at the posing by Trevor Lee. The crowd definitely does not like that right now.
Did you see that? That wasn't even a tag. Trevor tagged his own hand just so to make it sound like he tagged in Ben Tyler to Red Jones. Yet another thing that Aftermath does to just barely make it by in matches. Those subtle things get them over.
Lose if you must, win if you can, but always cheat. A mindset from Bobby Heenan, and it looks like the Aftermath have taken on that motto. Crowd starting to get behind Andrew Everett. Trevor Lee again jarring at the crowd that's cheering for Andrew Everett.
Chet Sterling's running his mouth for the crowd as usual. Victorious against Lee Valiant earlier tonight. By cheating, must I add. Chet's probably on cloud 9 right now. Or for him, he probably can't count that high, so it's cloud 1.
Well, you gotta understand, he's feeling good after his upset victory over Lee Valiant, and he also has to say, he set the pace for the Aftermath. You know, with a win by Chet Sterling and then you have the Aftermath losing, it really wouldn't set too well with the Aftermath.
Show smooth Chris Lee in there firing at Trevor Lee and Ben Tyler.
Well, the thing that we've got to mention about Show Smooth, I mean, what doesn't he do in the ring? He's also on WXI as the traffic guy. He's an on-air personality with 102 Jams. And now he's taking the world of professional wrestling by storm.
Oh my gosh, did you see that, Nick D?
He gave him a boot to the face and was able to neutralize Chris Lee. Now can the RGL champion Ben Tyler capitalize on that?
Ben Tyler and Trevor Lee are just the epitome of what a tag team should be. They work so well together. They're so, the chemistry between the two of them, I mean, it's just crazy how well they get along.
Well, like you mentioned before, Chassie, they're the fun athletic guys. They're known as that. They're known to have fun. But now that they have, Trevor Lee being the new leader of the Aftermath.
Self-proclaimed.
New leader of the Aftermath. You kind of notice that he doesn't really have the fun athletic mentality anymore. Because he can't. And when you've got a guy like Ben Tyler, they've learned a lot from Ric Converse and X-Cyrus, and now you can tell in this matchup tonight that they've kind of taken on that new attitude.
Trevor Lee cannot seem to get away from the fans on the left side of the ring over here. Just running his mouth any chance he gets. He's spending more time outside of the ring talking junk to the boys and girls of the Boys and Girls Club rather than getting in the ring with Andrew Everett or Chris Lee.
Well, that's the thing you got to understand about Trevor Lee. He talks a big talk, but he also
talks too much.
He's very arrogant as well. And when you have a guy like that who tries to back it up, generally you start to take some kind of, it kind of gets to you sometimes.
It takes little effort from Trevor Lee, I feel like, to get hated by the fans. Just the second he walks to the curtain, you just know you're not going to like this kid.
Well, Trevor Lee is a second-generation star. It's no secret he's trained under the Omega tutelage. And he's actually, you can tell in the ring, he's definitely one of the guys that you can tell when he comes out there, he's out there to put on a show. Whether you like him or hate him, you got to respect the way he comes.
Most people hate him.
And most people do, with due reason, because of his attitude. You can't deny that the guy has wrestling ability. Crowd starting to get behind Chris Lee.
Big drop kick by Trevor Lee to Chris Lee.
Oh, and now Trevor with the posing. You know, that's one thing I can say about Trevor. He does a lot of posing to the crowd. When he does it, almost like he's that arrogant cockiness that he knows that he is good at what he does. But you got to get into the aftermath right now, neutralizing Chris Lee and keeping him in the ring so he cannot make that tag to Andrew Everett.
The last thing Trevor wants is to be in the ring with Andrew Everett. Andrew is mad about the fact that, you know, he lost his identity, or at least that's what Trevor thinks he's done. Andrew says it's not going to put him back at all, set him back whatsoever. I mean, he's in it to win it. He, like you said, he's taking over the world by storm right now.
Well, not only that, Chassie, you also have to remember attacking the man's father. There's been no mistake that the aftermath took out William Cross, and we have not seen William Cross since that day back in March. So it's been over 2 months since we've seen William Cross. And that's got to take a toll on a kid like Andrew Everett Cross as well.
Especially to see his dad sitting at home paying for, you know, arguably something that he done. You know, breaking Trevor's jaw at National Pro Wrestling Day in turn made Trevor break William L. Cross's jaw. So there's probably a lot of weight on Andrew Everett's shoulders right now.
Those two guys undoubtedly hate each other with a passion, and you can see it in this matchup tonight. Andrew Everett is trying to get his hands on Trevor Lee.
Trevor feels as though he should be, you know, he self-proclaimed himself as the leader of the aftermath, and now he says that he's going to be the breakout star for National Pro Wrestling Day, which most people have named Shiva Kid, you know, AKA or formerly known as Andrew Everett.
Trevor again jarring at the crowd.
Those stiff forearms to the back.
Is that the move we needed from Chris Lee tonight? Now will this matchup take a pace onto a different level? Both men are tired. They've been in the Chris Lee undoubtedly been in the ring for about at least, I want to say, 5 to 7 minutes just alone. Can he make that tag to Andrew Everett? Tagged by Trevor Lee. Tags made to Andrew Everett.
There's no stopping Andrew Everett when he's on a roll.
Flying forearm smash. Drop kick. Drop kick again. Go behind it. Elbow to the face.
Ben Tyler acts like he's not scared of Andrew Everett.
Oh, accidental boot.
Oh my gosh.
Tags made to Chris Lee.
A short-lived time in the ring by Andrew Everett got the job done. Both Trevor Lee and Ben Tyler are down, and oh, Andrew's up. Shooting star press to the outside.
Oh my gosh! The crowd is going crazy right now. A springboard moonsault off the top rope. Meanwhile, in the ring, we have Chris Lee and Ben Tyler. Super kick. And your winner, Chris Lee and Andrew Everett.
And ladies and gentlemen, in 13 minutes, 31 seconds, your winners by pinfall, Chris Lee and Andrew Everett Cross.
Go!
accompanied by Walter Eaton and Coach Gemini. He is Roy Wilkins. And his opponent, your champion, from Moreno Valley, California, he is Arik Royal.
Hey, you need some water? You sure? You was trying to sleep earlier. You was trying to sleep earlier. Don't think I didn't see that. Don't think I didn't see that. You was catching your knees tonight. You was hanging out here, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, your main event here at the Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club of Alamance County pits one half of the Goon Squad, Roy Wilkins, against your CWF Mid-Atlantic champion, Arik Royal. I'm Nick D, joined on the broadcast booth by the lovely Chasity Taylor. And Chasity, we've got a great main event tonight.
We do. This is Arik Royal's 10th title defense since becoming the CWF Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion. And he's been victorious, 9 out of those 9 times. So I say we make it a 10th one and get out of here for the night.
Well, he doesn't have an easy task as he's got arguably one of the most dominant tag teams in CWF Mid-Atlantic history. One half of the Goon Squad, Roy Wilkins, who actually earned his title shot by winning the CWF Rumble back in October of last year. We've also got to mention we've got Roy Wilkins and Coach Gemini here at the outside. Chasity, I don't know if I feel comfortable with the chances tonight when you've got Walter and Coach Gemini here at the ringside.
Well, let me just add, earlier in the night, Walter Eaton did get choked out by a 63-year-old dog, Granodal. So he may be standing right now, but I'm sure his airway's a little tight, if you know what I'm saying.
That is true.
A very big night we have ahead of us tomorrow with CWF's 350th live event. You can order that, or you can watch that live at the Sportatorium, 1001 Springwood Avenue, or go to CWF247.com to get the results.
Make sure you like us on Facebook and also follow us on Twitter at CWF Mid-Atlantic. Under over by Arik Royal, another under over.
Coach Gemini and that whistle, I swear.
And I think Roy took a hard spill on the outside. We've got a back and forth between the two on the outside. And Chasity, you've got it looks like Roy maybe does not want to fight in this matchup tonight, it looks like.
Would you? Arik, like we said earlier, he's had 9 title defenses prior to tonight. Been victorious. Look at the fans calling Roy Wilkins a chicken.
The crowd is chanting chicken right now, and Coach Gemini does not want to have Roy Wilkins hear that at all in his matchup tonight. He doesn't want to, I guess he doesn't want Roy to lose his focus on the task at hand, and that's bringing the championship back to the All-Stars.
Roy saying that the boys and girls here at the Salvation Army have a bedtime and it's getting late. They need to go home.
We can't forget the history between the All-Stars and Arik Royal, because back in December at Battlecade, Arik Royal beat the assassin Aric Andrews for that very CWF Mid-Atlantic title. And it's almost as like Coach Gemini wants that title back with the All-Stars, and he's trying to get it at any cost.
If there's one thing I can say about the All-Stars, it's that they work well as a team. They're, with the substitution earlier, Coach Gemini is in no way, shape, or form able, I'll say, to compete against Arik Royal. I mean, look at him. He's wearing some shorts that are shorter than what I would wear. His socks are just atrocious. And who likes the Cincinnati Reds? It's Red Sox all the way.
Well, but I'm an Atlanta Braves fan myself. But hey, you know, that's neither here nor there. It looks like Roy Wilkins is taking, it's almost like wrist lock by the champ. He's got him backed into a corner. Senior official Red Jones given to a 5 count. And a monkey flip by the champ, Arik Royal. Chasity, we're starting to see a little athleticism here from the champion tonight.
Oh, for sure. I mean, Arik's been a dear friend of mine since I started with CWF. And just to see how much he's grown as a person and as an athlete, and see, you know, look at the shape he's in. If you would have looked at videos of, you know, Arik Royal from 2 years ago, it doesn't even look like the same man in the ring. He's grown up so much, and he's just, I mean, like you said, just pure athleticism shown in the ring.
Yeah, you can tell the training regimen by Arik Royal. He's dropped over 100 pounds in the ring, slimmed down, got a little cut up. And it's almost like, because now he knows that as being a champion, you have to stay in shape. Oh.
What a reversal by Roy Wilkins.
And that's the part that you got to give credit to for the All-Star. Being able to keep him grounded.
So, okay, take a look at the ring right now. You've got Coach Gemini distracting Red Jones as Roy tosses Arik to Monkey, and they're double teaming him right behind Red Jones' back, and he has no idea what's going on.
Well, in essence, that's not fair, but you also have to understand that that's what you run the risk of when you have the All-Stars. You have the All-Stars here in the ring. Only a 2 count for Roy Wilkins. Can he keep the champion down and prevail in the upset victory and become the new CWF Mid-Atlantic champion? But you know what, Chasity, I've got to say that after the distraction by Coach Gemini, it seems like Arik Royal has not been able to mount any offense against Roy Wilkins.
Give him time. I have all the faith in the world behind my friend Arik Royal.
Roy Wilkins back him into the corner. Senior official Red Jones giving him to a 5 count.
At some extent, this match is basically a handicap match. Think about all of the, you know, the interruptions and the substitutions we had earlier. Arik Royal has no one in his corner but himself.
It's almost like he's going through, instead of it being 1-on-1, he ended up taking the bill of a 3-on-1 matchup here tonight.
Oh yeah, anytime you see one aftermath, you see the rest of them.
Aftermath, All-Stars, they don't, that's one thing I can say, they all run in packs. Crowd starting to get behind Arik Royal.
Coach Gemini's trying to quiet the crowd down from chanting from Arik.
Is that enough? Only a 2 count for the champion.
So close.
Knee to the gut by Roy Wilkins.
You know, Roy's not a part of the All-Stars for just no reason at all. He's tough, he's strong, he gets in there and he does the job perfectly, you know? He's aggressive, he's firing back. Nothing's really slowed him down this far. And he's smart, taking advantage of the moment. Look, getting Red Jones to check his knee while on the side of the ring, we've got Gemini and Walter Eaton double teaming on Arik Royal, the champion.
Well, that's where a ring veteran like the All-Stars come into play. Being able to keep him grounded where you can distract the ref and keep the ref on the other side of the corner and able to take advantage.
Cheaters, the crowd chants.
And the champ is taking a beating right now in the ring. Chasity, at your new CWF Mid-Atlantic champion in the ring, Roy Wilkins.
Oh, I sure hope not. I know I wouldn't be the only unhappy person in the room if that were the case. Look at all these fans booing Roy Wilkins and the All-Stars.
Let's go, Sam! Let's go!
Set them up for the abdominal stretch.
Arik Royal is not a quitter. I see no way that he'll submit.
And it looks like Roy Wilkins is getting a little added advantage from Coach Gemini and Walter Eaton.
Thank God Rev Jones sees that. How many times has he been blinded to the fact that the All-Stars are blatantly cheating?
Well, that's what you got to understand, Chasity. When you have veterans like the Goon Squad and Coach Gemini, they know how to pick and choose their spots. Big hip toss by Arik Royal. Is that enough to mount a comeback?
All-Stars, I need some All-Stars out here. Come on, All-Stars.
Who is he calling out?
He sends out more All-Stars.
Michael Callister, Court Montgomery, we haven't seen in such a long time.
And now it looks like it's going to be 5-on-1, Chasity.
Oh my gosh, I really hope somebody comes out to help Arik. Look, they're all helping again. 5-on-1 abdominal stretch.
Advantage.
You said something earlier. There we go. Here comes people for Arik.
Everett. Now it looks like it becomes 5-on-3.
The odds are still in the All-Stars' favor.
Manny Garcia has made his way to the back. Mecha Mercenary has made his way on the outside.
What are these guys doing?
It looks like now we've got a 7-on-3 advantage.
Anything good I said about Manny Garcia earlier, I take it back. Your debut at CWF, you don't just immediately associate yourself with someone like the All-Stars. Who does he think he is?
I don't know, but I really don't like the champion's chances right now.
You gotta have faith, Nick D. Oh my gosh, the All-Stars.
Hey.
There we go.
No, it looks like they're taking a cue from the back. Kingfish is out there. Joey Hogan is now. They are creating their own 5-1. It looks like the kids are getting involved.
Oh my gosh, this is
They now have made a trade. And Randy's not paying attention at all. The kids are involved. We've got more kids getting involved. The staff members are getting involved now.
This is incredible.
Now we see Aric Andrews, Donnie Dollars.
Is that Rudy Lewis? Oh my gosh!
Now the stack is.
Look, this is turning out to be an incredible matchup.
It went from a 3-on-1 to a 5-on-1 to a 5-on-3. So now it looks like we've got a lumberjack match going on outside of the outside.
Honestly, it's the All-Stars against the world right now. This entire arena is for Arik Royal. Listen to the fans erupt and cheer.
The fans are going ecstatic here at the Boys and Girls Club of Alamance County.
Familiar and new faces around the ring right now. You've got Manny Garcia, who made his debut to CWF earlier in the night. Court Montgomery, who we haven't seen in months here at CWF. And Rudy Lewis, a fan favorite who hasn't been around for quite some time. I want to say a year or more.
Well, that's the thing you got to understand about CWF 350 weekends. We're bringing in people from past and present and the future all in one building for an excellent weekend of coverage here at CWF Mid-Atlantic. Don't forget you need to be in the building tomorrow night for CWF 350. We don't even know who's going to be in there tomorrow night.
Some of the names announced for the Battle Royal. You've got American Steel Ninja. So many people are coming back from the past. This is such an incredible event that you don't want to miss.
Nightstick. We have Michael Yamaha. The Woogie Man Rob McBride will be there.
Back to the ring, Roy Eaton. Distracted by, okay, I don't even know how to say any of this. You've got Gemini in the corner distracting Red yet again. Roy just jumped in and tackled and took on Arik Royal. Aric's down.
The champ is down, and it looks like it almost looks like we might have a new heavyweight champion.
There's so much going on around the ring right now.
Roy setting up for something.
And he catches him. This could be it. Fans are on their feet for this.
Backbreaker by Arik Royal. I haven't seen this many fans ecstatic in this matchup. Senior official Red Jones giving the count to both men. Who's gonna be first to their feet?
Looks like Arik Royal's up. Roy Wilkins is staggering behind.
It's almost like it's beast mode from Arik Royal.
Beast mode it is.
It's not enough to keep him down.
Oh my God!
2.5.
What an eruption from the crowd. Everyone thought that this was over.
Chassie, I can say the crowd has not let down in this matchup. I'm having to speak louder so that we can keep over the crowd. The crowd is into this matchup tonight.
What a matchup it is. Finally the odds are against the All-Stars and in favor of Arik Royal, our champion.
Sends him into the corner. Oh, is that it? The uppercut.
The All-Stars and Manny Garcia fanning off the down for the count Roy Wilkins.
Crowd is going, chanting for Arik Royal. Oh, he spears the referee.
Referee Red Jones is out. Big drop kick by Roy Wilkins. We need a ref out here. Our guest referee Tyler Dalton's helping Red Jones to the back, but who's going to come in now?
I have no idea. The referee is Red Jones. Our senior official Red Jones is down. They're carrying Red to the back. It looks like he was setting up for the Cobra clutch.
Somebody who give him some pointers on that would be Walter Eaton. Look on the side of the ring. He's like, no, you didn't do it right.
Forearm by Arik Royal.
We still need a ref out here. Whoa, what a maneuver.
He went for the Cobra clutch. He's got it locked in the middle of the ring. Wait a second, Tyler Dalton's back in the referee gear. Roy Wilkins backs Arik Royal into the corner, and he still got it locked. Is it enough?
Look at his face changing colors.
His face he's starting to go out.
It's kind of like deja vu from earlier in the night.
You're right, Chasity. Is it enough to keep him down?